Good Monday morning. Hope yours was a very good weekend. And sitting here in front of the cabin, our little hermitage-like cabin in the woods, following up on a little thought that I had to begin doing for this channel, for Salty Catholic, a little Monday morning moment. And the direction that that's going to take, there's probably several built into it, but primarily it's just a little reflection, a little devotional type thing. One of the reasons for sitting here where I'm at is I'm in the process of painting the cabin. And standing here this morning looking at it where I needed to go, the direction I needed to go, which is up high primarily, I was reminded of the thought that all of us are and ever will be a work in progress. We're all someplace along the way of the journey of life. And for those of us that have stepped into the dimension of faith in our Creator, our Savior, our Sustainer, into a life of faith, into a life of salvation, we've got this added dimension to the work in progress. I'm reminded of something that the Apostle Paul wrote. And by the way, I'm using a prayer book, the Christian Prayer. It's a great resource, and it's laid out in a way that you have daily reflections, daily devotions, daily readings. You're able to pray the daily office, the hours of the day, the prayer hours. But this morning for Monday, we read where Paul wrote, "For if you confess with your lips that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved." Faith in the heart leads to justification. Confession on the lips to salvation. And simply put, by raising Jesus Christ from the dead, God has given us a new birth. We're born again. God has given us a new birth to a living hope in the promise of an inheritance that will last forever. And we keep in mind that everything that goes on in this life is simply preparatory for the life to come after this life. And those of us who place our faith in the salvation that comes through Jesus, we look forward to an eternity that's in the presence of God, where all the trials and tribulations and the hard stuff we've experienced here, those kind of things are no more. They just won't exist anymore. And talking about that journey, the journey of life, often referred to as a pilgrimage, the question comes to us, when comes to me? And at 65 years of age, it's becoming an even more important question to ask. When will I come to the end of my pilgrimage and enter into the presence of God? That's a serious question. Some people will come to the end of their pilgrimage today, either by natural death or by accident, or and a lot of people will come to the end of their pilgrimage today as martyrs for the faith. There's things going on in this world where Christians are being severely persecuted to the point of death. We need to be mindful of that. And when will I come to the end of my pilgrimage and enter into the presence of God? I'm reminded of something here that the psalmist wrote. Like the deer that yearns for running streams, so my soul is yearning for you, my God. Is my soul really yearning for God? Does your soul really yearn for God? Like a thirsty animal that's trying to find a drink of water? They need to. I need to. We all need to. And we have to make a point to commit ourselves to a lifestyle that's constantly seeking God. We can all pray with confidence when we're looking for God, when we're seeking God's face, when we're seeking the will of God, when we're hungering and thirsting in our souls for more of God. We can pray in one accord with every other believer. And that's one of the beautiful things about this prayer book, is it gives us prayers, intercessions that we can pray together. And we can pray, Father of lights, you bathed the world in splendor when Christ rose again in glory. Fill our minds today. Fill our minds, fill our hearts today with the light of faith. Through the resurrection of your Son, you opened for us the way to eternal life. As we work today, whatever we're doing, whether it's painting a cabin or whatever employment that you're engaged in, or maybe it's simply working in your garden or going grocery shopping or washing dirty diapers or whatever it is. As we work today, sustain us with the hope of glory.